Dear Erica, welcome to African American Communications. This is a course that I am taking at the University of Louisville, and you're 15 years old, I'm 32, and I just wanted to share with you some of the things that I learned in this course that I didn't learn when I was 15. So, one thing I wanted to go over is white privilege. White privilege, you see it, but you aren't able to put your finger on it. You are going to soon meet a white guy that you're going to date, and you are going to see white privilege, but you won't realize it until you date the black guy after him. This white guy gets pulled over several times with marijuana on him. He also sells it. He never gets in trouble for it. And then you will meet a black guy who doesn't even smoke marijuana or ever possess it, and will get pulled over and get arrested just for not, being a slave to his authoritative police officer. So you don't really realize it until later, and this racial profiling, implicit bias against black people is very relevant today. Through social media, we are able to record videos, post them on the internet where anyone can see or access them. So the fact that we don't know exactly what's going on to the point that we can see what's going on is a game changer. Some of the things that are going on with police brutality are men being shot, men and women of color being shot and killed just for the color of their skin. And one thing that I learned is that race is not biological, it's socially constructed to benefit people who are more dominant and see themselves as more superior. From an old concept we learned from the history of race. Historians, Cornelius Linnaeus, they construct race and they hold on to that ideology, grouping people by their skin tone, and then letting the Europeans be known as the superior race. They bring that concept over to America in the past to benefit them politically and socioeconomically. Another thing that I learned in this class is that implicit bias is not just white people against black people. Black people also are biased against themselves, which is horrible. But some ways to avoid that is to be able to communicate competently and to actually, come up with strategies, educate yourself, just communicating competently is like the most important thing, and I mentioned that in the letter that I wrote. If you can communicate and if you can educate yourself, then you can stay relevant and on top of things and understand yourself. Another thing is self-identity. At a very young age, you are very conscious about your hair. Embrace your hair. Believe in yourself, self-efficacy. See yourself doing the things that you want to do, and you will be able to do them. Another thing that I wanted to talk about in this class is the fact that the professor is black. Our president is black.